Hey, hello everybody. Today we're down in somebody's basement. We're going to be looking at some holes that we got to fill in and some gaps in the concrete that are very problematic. Let me show you around and see what we got to deal with. So starting off here, we got this deep crevice going right down into the ground over there. Not sure if you can see into it, but it goes clear into open earth, and that's a kind of a problem. You can see over here, this section right here is a repair I did a few weeks ago, and we're getting back to it to finish it off. I couldn't get access to the house since just after Christmas, and now we're starting over and getting rid of the rest of it. Moving right along here, you can almost see that little gap down there. That's kind of a problem, so we're going to fix that. You can see some rat feces still kicking around. This little hole right here, that I don't like. Then we can move over here and we got an old dead one. And all this broken up concrete, we're going to deal with that, and we're going to deal with him in a minute. But yeah, got to fix all that broken up concrete. You don't want that in your basement at all. Now, a little hole like this in the basement floor, you can see it's an old drain pipe. I wouldn't get too worried about it, but it does go right down into the dirt. So I'm going to seal that up with some cement, make sure it's never a problem again. This is the other side of that wall, where you can see the frame of the door has been chewed away. There's a lot of open earth, so something's been coming in and out of there. And over here, see, that's the opposite side of that wall, so it's all down in that bottom corner that I got to get to and get that all sorted out. Clean up that hole back there, get that all fixed up. So you can see it's not a ton of work. Some of them I'm not that worried about, but since I'm here, I'm going to fill them up anyway. Better off to leave it completely closed off instead of just letting it be a possible risk later. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to shut the camera off and I'll show you the afters once I'm finished. This is going to be a bit of work, and can't be running the camera at the same time, especially when my hands are going to get covered in concrete in a minute. See you soon. I took a little pause in my cementing to show you guys one thing. One thing you should always do when you're doing this is keep on looking around and see what's going on. So when I was walking around and I was moving cement around, I saw this little hole right there. You can see it a little bit in the vapor barrier. So I was a little bit worried. Like, this vapor barrier isn't doing a lot, so I felt I could peel it back. And once I peeled it back, there's another little gap in the floor here. Oh. Here, let me take you off the tripod and you can have a good look. So you can see all that loose gravel. All that loose gravel in that opening. That's not good. So I am not leaving that like that. I'm going to put a fresh layer of cement across that too. That way we know everything's nice and tight. It's always best to keep an eye out, see if you see anything suspicious, and deal with it while you're here. Alrighty. So it's a little tight quarters down here, but all finished up. We got some heavy cementing done. I'm going to take you around and show you what we just finished doing. Alright, as you can see, we've got all these little gaps down in the corners and under things, around the edges. Yeah, so let me show you what we're done. We've all finished up. This is the little hole I found while I was doing other things. Peeled back this vapor barrier. Found that, so that had to be fixed for sure. The original hole we started with, all nicely sealed up. Sorry about the lighting. It's not liking me too much. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'd get the camera all set up. There. And all these little holes, these little tiny ones hiding in the corners, underneath stuff. Gotta watch out for those. Once we come over here, a little bit better lighting. So, capped out that whole thing. This one was a lot deeper than it looked. I put my hand all the way into this wall. all the way under all this old rotten wood. Went straight into the ground. So that was definitely a big problem. And over here, you can see it little damaged. This holes in the brickwork that I decided to seal up anyway since I was here. Just at least block them out. And got that all kind of covered in. So little holes like that, little holes and gaps like that always have me worried. There could be a big problem we'll be looking at later on in the bill. Yeah. So if this basement was completely finished, this whole operation would have taken months and months and thousands of dollars to actually locate. Well, so if this basement was completely finished, it would have taken us months and months to locate every one of these little holes. But fortunately, they're not at that stage yet. So we were able to locate stuff, deal with it. So there's some things in this house that are going to be replaced eventually, but the homeowners may not be quite ready for it. So it's better to seal them up, and then they don't have to worry about it for a good little while. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below or send an email to the pinned email address. Thanks and have a good day.